Hey guys, I'm back and we are playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I'm still feeling a little sick. I'm not gonna lie, I am still feeling sick. It's been a week and I'm not recovered. Still freaking out of it. But today we're gonna be checking out something. We're gonna continue with our streaming action, and we will be checking out a reward that you can earn for free. But this one is little time consuming and effort required. No challenges tied to it. It is a prestige reward. So it is a level based reward with time played required. And once you hit that required time and prestige rank, you will unlock this blueprint. With Season 2, they added 4 new prestige ranks and a bunch of prestige levels, another 200 set of prestige levels. And once you hit the max rank for that this season, which is a rank 450, you will unlock yourself a blueprint. That being said, though, this particular reward is not tied to Season 2. It became available during Season 2 because that's when they added the new prestige ranks. But as far as the rewards go in the past, at least in the last game, and I think in this game too, as long as you hit rank 450 in this game, prestige rank 450, you should still unlock this blueprint. So even if this happens for you in Season 4 or 5, and you're playing it slowly, and only then do you get to rank 450, you should still unlock this blueprint as far as I know. Things could change. I don't know. They might remove the option to earn these rewards at some point in time. But at least in the past game and in this one, I believe as long as you hit the required rank, you will unlock the prestige rewards. So what am I talking about? With Season 2, they added a new set of prestiges, Prestige 6, 7, 8, and 9. And as long as you hit Prestige 9 and complete the rank 450 in it, so you not only had to reach 450, you need to actually, I think you have to complete the rank. I'm not totally sure with this game, whether you have to complete it or if you hit it. Regardless, once you get to this point, you will unlock yourself some mastery card challenges and all that, and along with it, the prestige reward blueprint. So that's what we're going to be checking out today. That's what you need to do. And as I said, at least in the previous Modern Warfare 2 game, this last Modern Warfare 2 game, you could hit these prestige ranks at any point in time. And as long as you hit the required milestone, you would unlock the blueprints for those said seasons, right? That they added the reward in. Now, in the past, like the 2019 and a few of the other games, even if you reach that prestige rank and you didn't do it during the season, they wouldn't give you the rewards, like the blueprint rewards. I think they've changed that. So as far as I know, Modern Warfare 2 and this Modern Warfare 3, the recent ones, as long as you get to this prestige rank and complete it or whatever, you should be able to get the rewards required or tied to them, no matter what and when. Again, maybe after the primary year, they change things around. I have no clue. But that's how it's been. So yeah, this new prestige reward is the RAM-7 Bird of Prey blueprint. Let's go ahead and play the preview animation and get a closer look. It looks okay. It looks decent at first. And then maybe you take a peek at some of the attachments and you realize right off the bat that optic is looking mighty suspicious for an assault rifle. It's a 7x optic, man. What are they doing with it, man? Why would you put a 7x scope optic on an assault rifle? I just don't understand. I don't understand how they build this. It is a dual toggle optic, so you can sort of toggle between like the red dot and the scope. But I still don't see the value of the scope at all. And I'd wager if you toggle between the red dot, it's going to be kind of like awkward because it's going to block off a lot of your screen, the way you hold your gun and all that. So it's not like going to give you like a nice clean line of sight like a basic red dot optic would is going to have some. I haven't tried it out. I'm being overly negative without even trying it out. Just the blueprints in this game sometimes, it just gets on my nerves with the way they build it. And right off the bat, I looked at it, I'm like, what is this optic? And then seeing it as like a 7x optic, I'm like, dude, why? Why? Even if you were doing long shots in hardcore for the AR or something like that, which I don't even know if you need to do it with this gun. I don't think you have long shot requirements. But say you did. Is 7x optic what you want? I don't know. And a toggle optic? The rest of the build, I'm not totally certain. I haven't really taken a peek at exactly the other attachments. It looks like sort of they built it hybrid LMG style, maybe. But even then, man, 7x optic, I don't even know what they're thinking. It adds so much more recoil and stuff like that when you're looking through such a scoped in optic too. So when you're trying to hit multiple shots and all that, it becomes much harder. And anyway, it just sort of put a sour note immediately with the blueprint. And everything else about it sort of fell to the side, who cares how good this blueprint is? Why am I having to deal with this optic? So this blueprint comes with 5 attachments. Let's go and see what you're getting with it. Like I said, optic already has got me in a negative headspace. SO Klondike 45 long barrel. Aim walking speed, aim walking steadiness, movement speed, aim down sight speed at the cost of aiming idle sway, bullet velocity and range, recoil control, and firing aim stability. Aries clear shot, dual optic toggle, 7x magnification, recoil control, gun kick control at the cost of small sniper glint, no tactical stands, and aim down sight speed cons. HVS 3.4 pad stock, gun kick control, recoil control at the cost of sprint speed and sprint to fire speed. FT polycomb recoil control, gun kick control at the cost of aim down sight speed and aim walking speed. .60 round drum, magazine ammo capacity at the cost of aim down sight speed, reload quickness, sprint to fire speed, and movement speed. So yeah, these are the attachments you get with the blueprint. Visually, it's okay. It looks interesting, right? And clearly, that's supposed to be a bird that's designed with those kind of elements. Anyway, let's see how it looks once we change attachments around. So it looks like if you add a muzzle attachment. This RAM really has a lot of barrels, huh? Change the barrels, yeah, you lose whatever fancy artwork design that was in that barrel. Laser attachments. Optics. Just getting a few to sample the visual of it. I'm going to go through all of it. The stock. Comb. Grip. magazine attachment. Ammunition won't change anything visually. On the barrels, so yeah, that's the blueprint, the way you get it, and if you decide to change around attachments. Like I said, visually it's okay, interesting, but I'm questioning the optic at the very least. At the very least. This is the stats for the gun. Movement speeds at 4.8 m-s. In case, since my face cam's blocking that. This is the camo coverage for the gun. Now, definitely something interesting you can do with the base camos. Looks kind of cool. Unfortunately, the mastery camos can't be set the same. Sort of just takes over the whole blueprint. Which is a bit of a letdown. But yeah, at least base camos, you can do some fun stuff with it. And still maintain that kind of design element. Zombies, masteries. Similarly, remove the blueprint design element. And solid colors. Yeah, it's kind of interesting the way they've done the solid colors. It's cool. So at least base camo's looking decent. Alright. Let us try to play with this gun and see how it is. I mean, I'm probably never gonna use the scope, so I'm wondering if I should just remove it and just put like a red dot. I've debated because I've not been super keen on doing these like blueprint streams, mainly because sometimes these builds are so stupid, right? Or they'll have like a really like nonsense attachment optic or something like that, right? I've debated, I'm like, is it worth just absolutely getting crapped on and just be like shrugging it off and be like, yeah, good luck if you think you're going to do any better with that setup, right? Or just change the attachment and be like, yeah, this is just not worth it, right? Or don't even do it. Don't even showcase the blueprint because it's asinine. Cutlet, move. I mean, it's a pretty clean optic scope, to be fair. Yeah, I tried to use the object. The recoil's a little more complex to use.
UAV is on station. Recon online. Copy. Counter UAV deployed. Running interference. Hostile mosquito is online.
I saw.
Moving here. UAV engaging.
Moving here.
1 minute remaining.
Moving here. Moving here.
Friendly mosquito active. 30 seconds remain. Seconds remaining.
Moving here.
The mission is complete. Good work.
I want the optic to be viable. That whole game, I was like, man, let's see. I just didn't get really into a position where like I could utilize it. I still don't think it will be viable, even if I do get into a good position where like, oh, I've got a good long line of sight. The recoil is kind of bouncy. Like, so I just feel like once you need to get your shots on, like, that optic's just gonna lose track of, like, the enemy quickly before you can land all the shots you need to, like, eliminate them.
Team deathmatch. Engage and destroy the enemy. All of them.
Let's try it. Yeah. Teammate, you're standing fucking right there, man. What were you doing? Useless.
Moving here. Moving here.
We have taken the lead. We've lost the lead. Hostile UAV in the area.
Hey, enemy here! Look around!
We've secured the lead. The enemy's taken the lead. We have taken the lead. Friendly UAV online. Friendly customer landed.
Hey.
On your six!
I'm getting stuttering.
Friendly remote turret deployed.
Dude, I just don't understand how teammates just fucking don't see that, man. They're in.
Moving here.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Live with you.
It's not as bouncy as I thought it would be.
Enemy UAV active.
I mean, it is pretty bouncy.
Cluster mine active.
There's the team backup, man.
Gaining ground. Push them back.
Covering you.
Moving here.
The enemy holds the lead. Clock's ticking.
Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO.
Friendly mosquito deployed. Hostile UAV in the area.
Enemy incoming. Taking fire. Changing mag. Shoot block.
Dude, this gun is so like chunky, like it really does.
Moving here.
Jeez, the packet burst. Oh god. There's packet burst going on in this game. There's a massive stuttering.
Enemy UAV active. We're getting hit hard. One minute remaining.
Jeez, dude. This game, man. That game was fucked, man. How much fucking packet burst was going on, man? Christ, dude. It's not my connection to it. It was definitely the lobby. It's 100% the lobby. The stream showed it too, man. I was just checking to see if like the stream cut out or something. If it was my connection, the stream would cut. Because like my stream, like the connection's stuttering. Garbage ass fucking servers, man. The first, like, I noticed the movement was stuttering in the beginning. It was then the like gunfights were stuttering, and then at the end it like full on like dropped the whole like gunfight in the middle of it. Yeah, whatever. Actually, these new, like, I mean, the reworked maps or whatever, I've found like connections have particularly be questionable whenever I play on these maps. But because of the widget not even showing anything. But even when the widget didn't show anything, like when it was showing up, it was still like questionable, like connections. I don't think they've optimized these old returning maps properly or whatever. I have no clue. The technical. But like usually it's, I mean, that's being generous, honestly, man. The game's just got ass servers. I think just across the board, whether old or new maps or whatever it is, some stupid ass fucking connections.
Deathmatch. Your mission is simple. Eliminate them all. We've secured the lead. Moving this way.
I don't know why I went this way. I normally don't go this way.
We've lost the lead. Hostile bomb drone is active. Ready to deploy.
Copy that. UAV is on station.
Friendly UAV on station.
This map, I feel like I'm so camp. I am so campy on it, honestly.
Friendly cluster mine deployed.
I just like camping on it. What can I say?
What's your buck? Enemy.
Moving this way.
Throwing grenade. Throwing grenade.
area.
Ah, they sector polluted.
They're falling behind. Get moving. Mastermind detected. Standing by.
Solid copy, Phoenix 2-3 on station. Scanning for hostile.
Moving here.
Taking effective fire.
Oh, are you kidding, man?
Destroy that target.
The fuck is this, man? What the fuck? Fucking reload took forever.
Hostile cluster mine active.
Dude, are you kidding, man?
Hostiles deploy the mosquito. You're losing ground.
Destroy that.
Who's the one throwing the smoke, man?
Mission
On bridge, gunner. Oh yeah, no worries. Did you got it? Nice. Glad you got it. Gunner, how you been? I haven't seen you been streaming COD in a bit, man. Gunner, where you been? Keep checking in to see if you're streaming, but you're not. So yeah, there's the blueprint the way you get it, and with Mastery Camo, it's not great. No, I mean, honestly, the connections have been kind of ass the last couple of games. First game was okay, I guess, but yeah, whatever. This is the build on the blueprint that I used when I did the camo grind. I actually don't think it's a good build. I've been looking at other people's builds, and clearly I kind of missed the boat with like meta attachments for this weapon. But we'll use it anyway and see how it is. I don't remember, honestly. Slate reflector, Hunker 5 stock pad, center mass grip tape, X10 Phantom 5 hand stop, and the Shadow Strike suppressor. So yeah, this is what I used. Like I said, I don't believe this is a particularly good build. But I don't know. I don't know if it's a good build. I don't think it's a meta build for the RAM-7 is more to the point. Whether it's good or not, I'm not sure yet because I don't really remember how it played. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in. Yeah, honestly, I don't think like most of the time when I post that, I honestly don't think anyone actually even like redeems them. You should always give it a go. Give it a go and see if it gets redeemed. It's redeemable. And I kind of wanted. I've been sick this whole week, dude. I've been sick this whole week, and I'm still not better. I just sort of wanted to take just a break, dude. I was like, today I was about to sleep in again. I was like, man, after I had my lunch, I was like, man, let me just sleep in. Try to like recover. But I decided to just get up and do this. You a big fan of Cyberpunk? Nice. Yeah, I haven't yet played it. I will find another game. 10-point lead on the team on that one. And I forget it. Oh, really? So you do need to get the DLC just for it to be playable? That seems a little weird, man. I didn't think they would do that. They're usually like, that studio is normally like, not that way, I felt. Man, I think I got the like, virus. I think I got it. I don't know, I didn't do any tests or anything. Like, I've been a really bad hit. Or at the very least, I got the flu. No. Dude, what is this? Another losing game that I have no interest in playing. Nah, I meant like Cyberpunk. Like the developers, they made The Witcher, no? They used to be excellent developers. I think even Cyberpunk, as far as I know, like the work they did to make it better has been much appreciated by the community. What's up, Slayer? How you doing? And I had just played Witcher before Cyberpunk came out, and it was so amazing. I was actually really shocked at the state of Cyberpunk's release. Like, I was like, dude, how does a studio go from making Witcher 3 to completely bottling the development of Cyberpunk?
On the 6.
We control Bravo. Securing objective Alpha. We control Alpha.
Dude, I don't know, like, all these games have been like massive packet loss.
Enemy secure.
Even this one, like, that gunfight, like,
Enemy taking Bravo. We've taken the lead.
man, I don't even know why I play this fucking shit game, dude.
Control 2 objectives. We're losing Alpha. We've lost Alpha. We're taking Alpha. The enemy has captured 2 objectives. Get them secure. We're taking Charlie. Enemy securing Bravo. Enemy holds every objective. Don't let that stand. Securing objective Charlie. Securing objective Alpha. Standing by. We're taking Alpha. Copy. UAV is on station. Alpha secure.
Moving here.
Enemies taking Alpha. Securing objective Bravo. Hostiles hold every objective. Take them back. Counter UAV standing by. Objective Bravo secure. Solid copy. Counter UAV. Securing objective Alpha. We're taking Alpha. Securing enemy Alpha. The enemy holds 2 objectives. Enemy Overwatch helo inbound. We can
Marking enemy.
Taking Bravo. The enemy has captured 2 objectives. We control Bravo.
Tito, move, man. Tito, move, man. What are you doing standing on that, man? What's wrong with you?
We control 2 objectives.
Are you kidding, dude?
On your 6.
Bullshit, it's a 42 ping.
Moving here. Covering your 6.
Ah, that's stupid.
We're taking Alpha. Securing objective Alpha. Taking Alpha. All objectives are in friendly hands. Keep cruising. Friendly Overwatch helo inbound. Enemies taking Alpha. Friendly UAV on station. We've lost Alpha. Securing objective Alpha. Enemy securing. We're taking Alpha. Objective Bravo is compromised. Get it securing Charlie. Securing objective Bravo. Objective Bravo secure. We're losing Charlie.
Detecting enemy.
No, dude, those shots are clean too, man. Fuck.
Secure two objectives. Objective Bravo is compromised. Get it back. We're taking Charlie. We're getting hit hard. Hostile UAV in the area. We're taking Bravo. Securing objective Charlie.
Moving here.
Bravo secure. Enemies taking Alpha. Enemies securing Charlie. Objective Alpha is compromised. Get it back.
Moving here.
We're losing Charlie. We're taking Alpha. Enemy has the objective. Don't let that. We're taking Charlie. Mission failed. Return to base.
Almost time, Noni. It wasn't that bad a build. I was criticizing it so heavily, but I felt it didn't have very good range. My build didn't have the range I would have liked for an AR, honestly. But yeah, that was my build that I used during the camo grind. Alright, for this next build, we're going to use a guest build, and we're going to use the usual guest for multiplayer. We're going to be using TheXclusiveAce's accuracy build for this gun. So I was interested to try it out, because like I said, I honestly didn't think my build was meta build or anything like that. It was not really in line with a lot of the normal attachments people have been using on this gun. So I wanted to try out someone else's, and Exclusive's always been a solid choice for attempting more in line with what you should be using attachment-wise builds, right? Now, he uses a different optic. I prefer the slate reflector, so I'm just going to use the slate. He obviously uses the MK3 reflector as his preferred optic. So that's the only difference. Otherwise, his attachments are the HVS 3.4 pad, the Retort 90 grip tape, the Komodo heavy muzzle attachment, and the XRK Core Mark 40 heavy barrel. So this is his accuracy build for the RAM. And out of all the attachments, he was pretty particular about this HVS being a particular good attachment. So I was keen on seeing. And since it was also part of the blueprint, I was like, oh, should I have been using that instead? Actually, maybe. Yeah, let me give my cats their food. All right, I'm doing This is Pepsi cutlet.
Enemy UAV active.
I can already tell I'm backing out of this nonsense. Jesus.
Deathmatch.
Alright. Dude, I don't even know why they put you in a game like that, dude. What are you supposed to do? Yeah, and obviously I'll link exclusive channel in the description so you guys can find them. Highly recommend them for some solid information as far as breakdowns on weapons and stuff like that, especially if you're into multiplayer, which I am into. Dude, I'm just not playing this crap, dude. Just put me in a fresh game, dude. I don't know. Sometimes they're good about it, you know? Like, it's so weird. Sometimes you just get game after game after game and it's a fresh match. There's no, like, match in progress. And other times, like, you will just keep on getting dumped into these, like, losing games of match in progress. Or even if it's a winning game, when I'm trying to showcase something, I still don't want to play it, man. It's only going to give me, like, 2 minutes of game time, dude. I still don't want to play, like, massive, like, late games in progress, dude. Or even like mid games for that matter, man. Especially when like the team's like getting slaughtered or something. I mean, I don't think the team was getting slaughtered in that last one, but they were losing quite heavily. I wouldn't actually mind Vista. They still haven't done the 24/7 playlist for Vista, man. I think it's like one of the first maps in like the last 5 years that hasn't had a 24/7 playlist at its release. A new map that hasn't had a 24/7 playlist. I honestly can't even remember any other map in the last 5 years that didn't get a little love as far as like new map playlist.
Team deathmatch. All operatives, you're clear to engage.
I can feel the packet burst in this, like with the running.
Copy that. UAV online and orbiting the AO.
We've
We've taken the lead. We've lost the lead.
It is very accurate. I don't know where to look because teammates like let these guys run around like all over the place.
Enemy UAV active.
No, are you kidding?
Hostiles launched a cruise missile. Hostile FAE near your position. Friendly cluster mine planted. UAV online.
I'm just curious. Yeah.
Friendly UAV on station. The enemy is gaining ground. Push it back. Ultra lead. Clock ticking.
Marking enemy.
Hostile cluster mine active.
Moving here.
Dude, how does his teammate stand there and just let the guy walk past?
Ready to deploy. Copy. UAV is on station. Recon online. RTB is at 9. Copy. Counter UAV deployed. Running interference.
Moving here. Moving here.
What? They ran past each other.
Friendly UAV online. Hardpoint deployed. Standing by. Copy that. UAV online and orbiting the AO. Mark hostile.
Oi, 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 oi. I thought he was above.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time.
God, these teammates, man.
Copy. Counter UAV is blocking. Copy. UAV is on station. Recon online. Hard. One minute remaining.
No. Jesus, there was a lot of... How is this happening every game, man? Fucking massive packet burst every game, man.
Mission failed.
I maxed out, dude. This is a prestige blueprint. 100. It's a 450 blueprint. Yeah, you know, I'll be bitching at the COD servers and then I'll go into the TV room and my dad will be streaming some TV show and that's why I'm like lagging or something. I don't think he is though, and it shouldn't matter because I got a really fast connection. It's probably the COD servers, let's be real, dude. Fucking garbage ass servers these are. But yeah, exclusives accuracy. Well, it's a good build. I'll probably save it, honestly. Pretty accurate. I mean, I don't see myself using the RAM-7 anytime soon. A good build. Yeah, and I'll link exclusive channel in the description. All right, for this last build, we're going to use another guest build. And this time, it is a different guest. It's not exclusive Ace, but also another guest that I like to use often, especially when I'm looking for a Warzone build. And this is current, I believe, long-range meta controller player, like weapon. Not necessarily, it was in the list of meta weapons in TrueGameData's recent video. So yeah, TrueGameData, he's another one of them that kind of like special community members that really go out of their way to test all sorts of craziness to see and how each attachment and weapon and everything play together and etc. And then put together like the better builds for the said game that they prefer. Exclusive, more in line with multiplayer. That's his preferred mode. So he likes to build his weapons and showcase the details for weapons in multiplayer. TrueGameData heavily specializes in the Warzone arena as far as meta builds go and stuff like that. So this is, like I said, long-range controller player. It was one of the meta weapons options, and this is the build he recommended. Cassius Brake muzzle attachment, XRK Core Mark 40 heavy barrel, the Bruin heavy support grip, 60 round drum, and then the HVS 3.4 pad. So this is the build. Obviously, we're not gonna go into Warzone. We're not playing Warzone. We're just gonna try it in multiplayer. More of me showcasing the build for some of you that might be interested in the Warzone build for the RAM-7, especially considering this is the Prestige blueprint. And yes, you can unlock this blueprint even if you're just playing Warzone. As long as you hit that Prestige level whenever, you should earn this blueprint. But yeah, this is a Warzone build, current build, very recent video of his. So it should be in line with the current meta. Yeah, 450. I hit the max rank just like yesterday or something. I've been going at it slowly, honestly. I know a lot of other people have hit max rank much faster. Dude, a lot of the games have had these like massive packet bursts though. Maybe it is my connection. Maybe I need to just reset my modem. But it's too late now. We're just gonna play it through. This is the last game anyway. We ain't playing like Wasteland. We just ain't playing. Long range meta maybe, but I ain't playing Wasteland to test it out. Yeah, and I definitely recommend TrueGameData for the Warzone players who like, you know, having that kind of extra information and knowing what is the meta, current meta and stuff, considering how often they do change the like stats and details for all sorts of weapons. TrueGameData is always on top of it. And he has his own website also, but I'm not going to plug that. You can find his website through his channel. Check his channel out, that's for sure. I don't really use the website because I don't really play Warzone that much, but I find a need for it. But yeah, his website's also pretty useful. I have looked at it in the past to see how it is, and it is quite a bit of valuable information. He actually recommended to go Iron Sights with it. So that's why
Engage and destroy the enemy. All of them.
I decided, let's go with it. So I start camping like I usually like to do. I mean, it's a long-range build, so.
Hostile UAV in the area. Standing by.
Moving here.
We have taken the lead. The enemy's taken the lead. Hostile mosquito is online.
Copy. Counter UAV running. Copy that. UAV.
Hostiles deploy the mosquito.
Counter UAV is down. UAV down. Recon is offline.
Dude, this is an insane build. I'd argue it's like more accurate than like Exclusive's build.
Hostile care package.
I camped that too long. What on earth?
Friendly must.
Dude, I am Odie.
Our counter UAV is active.
I actually think this is better than Exclusive's build, even in multiplayer. It's bonkers good.
Friendly remote turret active. We've secured the lead. You're halfway to mission complete. Finish it. Lost the lead. Hostile cluster mine detected.
No.
Moving here.
The enemy holds the lead. Clock ticking.
Ooh.
Hostile online.
Moving here.
This gun's nuts. This build is nuts.
Copy that. UAV is on station.
Hostile destroyer mosquito.
UAV is being refueled. RTB at this time.
Check fire.
Counter UAV on station. Running interfere.
No, that was unnecessary of me being that fucking ambitious with those shots. No!
Mission failed.
I knew that was a mistake too, man. I was just being unnecessary. Especially with the build I had, I shouldn't have gone for that push. It wouldn't have been good for that kind of like range. TrueGameData's Warzone controller long-range meta build. That's a mouthful. I'm just gonna be like Warzone long-range build or something, and then I don't know how I'm gonna like timestamp it. Yeah, specifically for controller players, long-range meta, Warzone, absolute brilliant build. One thing I'll give like TrueGameData is usually like his builds are like Warzone specific. But they work so well. They often work so well in multiplayer. It is nuts. Like, I mean, I know, like, obviously, the same game, but there is differences. But man, this was a good build. Even for, like, multiplayer, it was brilliant. You have to treat it like a long-range build, though. Like, that last push, like I said, it was stupid because it's too close range. I wanted to get a little aggressive. And this wasn't the like weapon for like close range aggression. I might have got away with it if the guy wasn't looking at me, but like I mean, it would have been a silly push regardless, right? For the weapon in my hand. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna save this build. I might even try it out in Warzone. It'll be fun. It'll be good. Good times. I honestly didn't think, man. I was like, dude, I wasn't like super digging the like RAM-7, and then this build was like completely changed my mind. I was like, oh dang. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily. This isn't like going to be like my go-to assault rifle now in multiplayer, but it is going to be something I'm going to save and probably want to try out in Warzone at the very least, right? Because it was that impressive. TheXclusiveAce's build was also pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it was very accurate. It was what it was for what it does, right? Accuracy build, and more in line with multiplayer. Like I think the 60 round mag, if you were playing multiplayer, might have been a tad bit overkill, right? You could maybe drop it to 40, or even keep the 30 round mag and throw on an optic or something like that if you want that for multiplayer. And then you'll have a little bit more maneuverability for multiplayer. So this could use tweaking if it was a multiplayer build. But yeah, excellent build, regardless. So yeah, Season 2's max prestige rank, Prestige 9, level 450, a weapon blueprint, tried out, enjoyed, had fun. Build-wise, come on, man. This is kind of some nonsense build, man, honestly. Optic, definitely just change it. Yes, when I tried out the scope, it was usable. So I was a little shocked that it was actually viable even. But it's still not what you're going to want to use, man. It's just not. You're just not going to want that 7x. And yeah, toggling to the red dot helped, but you're often blocking a lot of your visuals and stuff. You're taking a lot of cons for this optic that you could just be avoiding if you just didn't use this particular one, right? Yeah. Honestly, I would be curious to know, maybe lose this polycomb, lose the optic, right? Throw on TrueGameData's muzzle attachment, and then decide whether you want to go with like either an optic or potentially like, what was Oh, yeah, maybe throw on like maybe mix like some of the attachments from either exclusive Aces build, right? So if you're going multiplayer, keep the like. So if you're going if you're going for multiplayer and you want exclusives build, change optic, lose this, switch to exclusives grip, the recommended grip, and the recommended muzzle attachment while maintaining this barrel. And maybe this will be a viable build for thing. I mean, I think I kind of want to do it, right? Just to see how it looks. 1 minute. Just to see how it looks. Where are we? RAM-7, Bird of Prey. Okay. So got this heavy. Yeah, there we go. So maybe something like this. Try this. And see how it plays out. This will be like TrueGameData's kind of like maintaining blueprint visuals while, you know, maybe seeing how this might affect and play. It might play better. It might play. Because definitely this attachment and this attachment will help with accuracy and all that like visual bounce and all like the gun kick nonsense. I don't know, like this barrel is kind of integral to the design element. So we're trying to maintain that, right? Even though like clearly those are cons you're not going to want for like Warzone or thing. But maybe this could be a good build still, right? And then for exclusives build, you go with the Komodo Heavy. Let's see how this one looks. Like I feel both, if you kind of mix their kind of like side attachments while maintaining the blueprint, it'll look decent and probably play pretty well, right? Yeah, Komodo Heavy. We'll keep the barrel because that's integral. Lose the magazine. Go with the retort. And then we have an extra slot to do with an optic. So maybe something like this is exclusives kind of like version, like mixing and matching while maintaining blueprint as much as we can. Right? Yeah, but overall, I think just generally attachment-wise, like it's a bit of a miss as far as what it seems like a lot of people would be using. Like I do think that in the end of the day, you are kind of like maintaining build for that barrel, and that barrel isn't exactly something you want to maintain. You're probably going to want to change it. And by changing it, you're losing a very large chunk of the visual element of this blueprint. Visually, I like to, you know, promote art styles and stuff like that when I see like these kind of, you know, interesting kind of art styles and all, which this is kind of that kind of like art style design element, right? To create like a cool visual. I do like to promote them and all. And this one does look cool on the surface. I think the more I look deeper into it, the less I'm caring for it more than anything else. Like, I know there's probably going to be some Redditor that's going to shout at me like, and be like, no, this is this bird. But to me, this bird, the bird, looks like a parrot or something, man. Like, it's got that beak of the parrot right here, like at the tip of the muzzle, right? And I don't know what's going on the top here. Like, it looks like ram horns or something like that. I don't know. But, I mean, maybe that's some just design element or something. But, yeah, it's giving me, like, a parrot vibe as far as, like, the bird goes. And I know, again, like I said, I'm not particularly familiar with birds. Okay, I'm just not into that kind of, like, looking at birds and stuff and knowing the different types of birds and all that. So maybe this is like some really cool bird that I don't know of, and I'm completely missing the boat here. But yeah, just like that, right? And again, you lose the blueprint the minute you start changing attachments around and stuff like that, which is a bit of a disappointment. I actually really like the color palette. The color palette is one thing I do like. The just everything about it, actually. The purple, the black, and then the kind of gray white lines and stuff, right? The white, I think they're more grayish, but lines and stuff. I like that color palette. I think that little tag on the back, prestige, that's a bit on the tacky side. I get it's the prestige blueprint, right? Honestly, come on, man, really? It feels a little tacky, and I mean it's not the worst thing in the world, but it just didn't look all that great, especially in game. It just looked kind of basic and all that. I just didn't really care for it. The camo coverage on it was pretty decent, like with the base camos, but like massively disappointing with the mastery camos, right? Honestly, like I kind of wanted to like throw on like the base camos for like the guest builds and all that, but all the builds that I use, my build, exclusives, TrueGameData's build, all sort of changed the barrel, and then you lost the bulk of the like visual element of the blueprint. So even if we threw on like a base camo that maintained some of those lines, still the bulk of the design elements lost to it, right? So like, what was the point? I mean, big criticism that I've had, an issue that I've had with blueprints is you lose everything the minute you change something. And a lot of these blueprints, you want to change a lot of somethings and lose a lot of everything often enough, right? So yeah, and that definitely applies to this one, especially with the barrel in particular, right? I can forego the optic design, you know, like, yeah, fine, throw on another optic, it goes fine, it works perfectly, color palette wise and all that. Stock, same, you know, like, it's not a big deal, you change the stock or the comb. The drum mag is interesting enough, but again, it's something that I don't mind changing, and like, it's like, okay, fine, all those elements that you change, it's fine, right? It's particularly the barrel that's like so like, important as far as the visual design, and yet that is probably one of the main attachments that you're probably going to want to change, considering all the meta builds for this weapon at the time being, right? Again, things could change. Maybe this barrel will become meta, and like then the blueprint is like even more valuable or something like that, right? So yeah, just generally, I think not necessarily my favorite. No, you know, I'm not gonna hate on it. I actually don't mind it. It's an all right blueprint. It's fine. Is it prestige worthy? It's only second prestige. I mean, like, it's only the second kind of prestige set, I guess. It's the 9th prestige. It's quite a bit of prestiging, 450 levels. That's a lot. But yeah, technically just the second set. So maybe as seasons go by, the prestige reward will get even more and more fancy and better. And this is okay, I guess, as a second reward. I think if you break it down as just the second major reward, prestige reward, then it's like, yeah, that's okay. But when you kind of look at it closer and say like, oh, wait a minute, that's prestige 9. We didn't get a lot of rewards for the other prestiges. Yeah, this is the only second prestige reward, but it's still, I had to get to prestige 9, 450 rank. That is a lot of grinding for the normal person. Maybe this should have been something better, right? I think shortchanging players, especially, like I've said this in the past, I think every prestige rank, every single one, should award you something small, and then maybe like the final ranks for the season should award you something big, right? So like, you know, you start off with like something small for the first prestige, second, third, fourth, and then as the seasons progress, you can just keep resetting like the thing. So charm, like sticker or something like that, and then blueprint operator skin or something like that, right? Or maybe charm, blueprint, operator skin, weapon camo, right? Something like that, right? And each season gives you something like that every time, right? And it progressively gets better and better with each season. But they've still not bothered doing that, right? They're not listening to me. They won't listen to me on that one, no matter how much I beg in my streams. They're hell-bent on only giving you one blueprint for the entire season's worth of grind. I guess fair enough, like, at least they're not locking it to, like, you have to do it within the season like they used to in the, like, past. Now at least, you know, it's like hit the rank whenever you can and you'll get these rewards. Most likely, things could change. They might not do that when the next game comes out or something. I don't know, man. I did get the schematics for zombies. I'll talk to you, Andre. Just give me 1 second. 1 second, dude. I'm almost done with this. I got 2 of the 3. One suggestion I could make, okay, and this could have been a very cool way of doing the blueprint, is, again, animated blueprint. If this is a parrot, which I think it looks like a parrot, right? What you could have is each, like, triangle or whatever, each geometric shape, the design of the, like, bird, right? That kind of, like, built together. You know how they have, like, they flip between colors, right? It's like it kind of scrolls and the colors switch, right? So, like, you have, like, this parrot color, like greens and blues and reds and stuff like that. And it can kind of just shimmer or flick between colors and rotate between colors as the animation. That could have been interesting, right? So it could be this black and white color palette, but then animate every now and then to bring in the color element to each of those geometric shapes, to add a little color, like just kind of like it. I've seen designs like this, right? And I've seen that kind of animation done to those designs, like where it just kind of like, it's like it's flipping the thing, like, and then you'll see the color going and pop open, like the new color pops open, right? Kind of like a reveal. It reveals the color, like, you know, like it's like a panel flipping around and then the color appears, right? Or if you don't want to do that animation, which I think would have been a very cool animation in tying to this design, maybe just have some color elements to it. I keep going on about like metallic colors, but like, you know, if it was like the greens and blues and red metallics, and this is a parrot again, I keep thinking this is a parrot, so that's why I'm saying like these particular colors. If it's a different bird, different colors, I don't know, whatever really, right? But you could have had like those metallic colors also in the triangle and it just not be animated, and that would have added a little bit more value to the visual element of it. I'm not against the monotone, like single like grayscale design element to it. I like it and it's cool. But again, I'm saying like this is a prestige blueprint. I want to see a little bit more like, you know, special. I want it to feel a little more special. So I think I personally preferred that animation. That way you have the best of both worlds, where you have this design element and occasionally it animates into color, like the bird becomes colored. And you know, it has that kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but it has that kind of like reveal to it, the way the colors kind of just like, almost like a game show, you know, where you turn the panel, it goes and then the colors pop and spread and you can see the bird in its full color glory, right? I think that would have been pretty cool. And the thing is, I've seen like this design element and they've done that kind of color animation to it, with it, that I think it would have made a lot of sense with this particular design element, because I've seen that happen before and it works really well, right, with this sort of art style. But yeah, that's the prestige reward for Season 2, rank 450, prestige rank 450, prestige 9. Like I said, yeah, it was introduced season 2, but as far as I know, you can earn it at any point in time as long as you hit the required prestige rank. And yeah, once you hit that, should be in your inventory, so you can go ahead and look for it. If it's not, maybe they've changed things around. Maybe they're not doing it, but I'm pretty sure in this year they'll be giving it regardless of when you earn it. So no rush, honestly. But yeah. And honestly, like, considering the blueprint, I probably wouldn't necessarily say rush, do this. The other thing I'd probably like to say in regards to these prestige rewards is, can we start just giving camos, please? I know these blueprints are cool and all that, and you put some effort into these last 2 blueprints. At the very least, these prestige reward blueprints have been a little more exceptional in comparison to Modern Warfare 2's prestige rewards over that game's life. So I do appreciate the effort made as far as design goes and all. But I mean, even if it's just going to be 1 reward for the season and nothing else, like, you're not going to give 1 for each prestige, but only 1 per season, like this blueprint. Instead of a blueprint, can we just switch over to camos now? I think generally I just want I want a nice camo as my prestige reward, not a blueprint that I'll probably never use, And if it is going to be a blueprint, if you are going to give a blueprint, please, man, just make some effort in, like, the attachments a little bit. That optic, man, yeah, it was usable, but was it the wisest optic to have in your attachment set? The barrel, again, it looks cool, design's cool. I don't know if anyone's actually going to be using that barrel for this particular weapon anytime. Like, I tried to say, sure, maybe we can make it usable if we sort of try to maintain and kind of mix exclusives attachments or True Games attachments while maintaining visuals. I don't know how those will play out, whether it will or won't play out. Regardless if it does or doesn't play out better, I'm probably going to still think, like, yeah, if you are going exclusives build, you probably want to go exclusives build proper, because this worked out really well. Don't shortchange the barrel just because you want to maintain visuals. And the same applies to, like, TrueGameData's build, right? Yeah, you could probably put some of these attachments on the blueprint and make it play better. But if you want the actual top tier build, use TrueGameData's proper build. Don't shortchange the barrel just to maintain visuals again, right? So yeah, just my thoughts. Give us camos, man. Either that or do both, man. Why not both? Huh? Give us a blueprint, give us a camo. How cool would that be? Maybe 2 rewards. Instead of 4 rewards or 1 reward, 2 rewards. And 2 nice rewards. Or 3 rewards. How about a blueprint, a camo, and an operator skin? That would be wonderful. I would love that. Please, anything that, kind of marks the celebration that is prestiging in this game. Which, honestly, it feels a little underwhelming sometimes, prestiging in this game. Like, I have no interest. Like, even when I saw this blueprint, I was like, yeah, it looks okay and all. But I wasn't, like, fixated and max prestiging this season. It just sort of happened because I was doing the other stuff. But if it didn't, I probably wouldn't have cared. If there was some better stuff, man, I would care, I want to get to those better stuffs. And I don't want to wait till the very end. I don't want to wait till it's like, you need to hit rank 1,250 or whatever, which was like last year, right? To get a nice operator skin. No, just please. Every season, give us a few nice rewards for prestiging. That'd be just, please. Either camo or all 3, which I love, please. Just do all 3. Give me an operator skin. Give me a blueprint. Give me a camo. Begging ya. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my other streams if you haven't already, and I will catch you later. Bye. Yeah, blueprint's okay, visuals and stuff, man. I'm wondering what the hell was going on with the packet burst throughout every match. That was off-putting.